Oh, good Lord. I hope not. I hope not. Oh, my goodness.
Welcome back now to the border. A memo from ICE was leaked, and that memo revealed details of a planned crackdown on illegals in Los Angeles.
Okay.
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem says she believes the FBI leaked it. Noem posted this on X. The FBI is so corrupt. We will work with any and every agency to stop leaks and prosecute these crooked deep state agents to the fullest extent of the law, writes the Department of Homeland Security Secretary. It comes days after a similar leak happened for a raid in Aurora, Colorado, where several Tren de Aragua gang members were allegedly able to escape capture because of the leaked memo. Joining me now is U.S. Border Czar Tom Homan. Tom, it's great to have you. Thank you so much for being.
So someone is leaking this info on these raids, and they're trying to clean up the country by getting rid of the worst first. So violent offenders, criminals, they're getting rid of. You leak the info. I'm assuming because you want the people that are illegal that are good to avoid capture, but in doing so, when I found out that number, there was like 700,000 violent offenders are here illegally. Like, what would make you think that was common sense? That's a good thing to do? People are ridiculous, man.
Here, and thanks for all of your efforts. That's number one. You were at that Colorado raid.
Punisher.
Tell me
there
what
he is.
happened. Do you believe the FBI is behind leaking your plans?
She is loud as hell. She is always loud as hell.
And allowing these maniacs, these Tren de Aragua gangsters.
That's if she's your mom. Okay, Mom, I'm going to take the trash out. I swear to God, I'm going to do it right now. I promise.
To escape capture.
Well, yeah, the Aurora operation was leaked. We think we found the source of the leak. It's under investigation right now by DHS IG. Secretary Noem, I agree with her that there's some information that tends to show that the second leak and the California operation may have been someone in the FBI. I've talked to the Deputy Attorney General. We talk every day, but this weekend we talked about he has opened up a criminal investigation into that leak. So when we find these people and we have the evidence to support a prosecution, that's exactly what's going to happen. They don't understand. I don't care what their political beliefs are. This isn't about politics. This is about the safety of our officers. It's only a matter of time if these leaks continue that our officers are going to walk into a place and be ambushed by someone who just don't care about life and are going to take these ICE officers on. It's already a dangerous job. Giving the bad guys a head up, we're coming, is going to just make the job much more dangerous. So we're taking it serious. It's under criminal investigation. Those who are responsible will be held criminally responsible, and we'll prosecute them.
That's unbelievable. What are you going to do to keep...
I can't wait till they find out who did the leaks. I can't wait.
Your raids quiet. I mean, now you know somebody on the inside is leaking your plans, and you can't have that.
No, and that's why we're going to take serious action, and it's under criminal investigation. I think once that word gets out and we're making it known, we're going to prosecute. We don't care if you carry a badge or gun or not. You will be criminally prosecuted, and we'll lock you up. So we're keeping the plans real tight. I said from day one, we want to be transparent with the American people that we truly are concentrating on public safety threats and national security threats. So we had some media ride-alongs. Bill Malusian did the Aurora. But, we're keeping things close hold now. We're reevaluating, how much media ride-along we want. I'm not pointing the finger at them. We can't show any leaks by the friendly media, but we're looking at everything. But here's what people need to understand. We're going to keep coming. This is not going to slow us down. In sanctuary cities, you want to put roadblocks up? We'll double the manpower in sanctuary cities. We'll double the targeting in sanctuary cities. If we can't get them out of the home, we'll get them at the workplace.
Man, if he ran for president after Trump, he's getting in. He's getting in.
We're going to increase worksite enforcement tenfold. We are not walking away. We're coming. We're not going to be stopped. We're going to keep President Trump's promise. Looking for those who are in the country illegally that are a public safety threat. Nothing will stop us from doing this job.
Well, that's terrific to hear because people are afraid of these dangerous gangs. Look, Kristi Noem also sent a letter to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, and she's requesting that the IRS provide agents for immigration enforcement. She says they can help with investigating illegal employment and money funding. They can also assist with arresting, detaining, and transporting migrants, Tom. Tell me about this, because I know Joe Biden hired tens of thousands of IRS agents to try to look under every rock and audit all American citizens so that he can get more money raised through tax audits. How are you going to...
Yeah, I heard about all that, and like I was speaking to somebody that does taxes, and they were basically like, yeah, and they're like making a bunch of mistakes and saying people owe money that they don't owe, and saying that they didn't file for certain years that they did file. It's horrendous what's going on. There's so many mistakes happening right now.
Transition those people to become border agents.
It was really not that difficult for the IRS special agents who carry a badge and gun. They can certainly help on these operations. I
didn't know there were IRS agents that carried badges and guns. What do they need them for? Like, I don't... I thought you would just get the police to get the people that, you know, for doing tax fraud or whatever. Yeah, whatever.
It takes one immigration official with Title VIII authority, immigration authority, to make that arrest. But we can always use more armed officers to watch the perimeter, watch the back door. And then certainly the non-officers in IRS, they can do keystrokes. They can sit there and process an illegal alien for us, and that takes a badge and gun out of that processing office and put them on the streets, which increases the manpower in the streets, increases the number of teams on the street. So they can be a force multiplier in many ways. I agree with the Secretary. We can use them in law enforcement and investigative capacity to chase the money, right? These criminal cartels count on the money they make. That's how they buy off Mexican officials. That's how they pay off, the corrupt customs officials. So chasing the money, IRS, great work. But they can also help in operations with their law enforcement presence. And those who aren't law enforcement officers, there's many jobs we can put them in where we can take a badge and gun out of a non-enforcement job and put them back on the street. So there'll be a force multiplier. I agree 100%. But let's put them to work.
That's great. I mean, it's a good idea. Look, the last time we spoke, you were in an undisclosed location. And, we knew that it was a very sensitive operation. I mean, this is obviously... Partly it was leaked. We didn't do it, but you were in an undisclosed location. I didn't say where you were. And I asked you a question. I said, are you going to be able to bust up these networks that have already created huge businesses in America? Because the drug cartels, they charge everybody to get over the border. They put them inside the border, but then they have to keep paying those drug cartels, and they have actually started businesses.
I didn't know that.
I'm talking about drug trafficking business, and even worse,
in
America. How substantive is that? How persistent is that? And are you busting any of them?
Yes. Investigations are up over 300%, so we're on top of that. Not only investigation, but the cartel's presence in our major cities in the country. So it's just not Tren de Agua. Look, I'm not going to be happy to every single member of Tren de Agua out of the country. We're going to eradicate them from the United States. Along with the other criminal cartels taking a presence in every major city. There used to be the day they just smuggle the guns in.
And you start using words like eradicate, you mean it. Think about that. Think about if an exterminator came to your house to get rid of roaches. He was like, not only am I going to get rid of them, I'm going to eradicate them so that they never come back. You believe he is going to handle your roach problem, correct? Okay.
Smuggle the narcotics into the United States, then our gangs, United States gangs, would do the distribution. They are now in every major city in the country. They've taken over even the interior distribution networks of the narcotics trafficking. They're on top of our list. We're working very close with DEA. DEA side by side with us on this interior enforcement operation along with the FBI. So yes, we're targeting those trafficking organizations, both with and drugs. You're going to see a huge decrease in the amount of that trafficking going on in the country. Look, the border numbers right now, Maria, we're down 90%, which means less United States. Less fentanyl is getting in the United States to kill Americans. And less crossing the border. President Trump, what he's done to this border already has significantly hurt the cartels. They're losing billions of dollars a month because of what President Trump has done. We're going to suffocate these people. We're going to shut them down because if they don't have money, they can't bribe officials and they can't continue their business.
Billions of dollars a month. Whoa, that's a lot. How much? Good Lord.
So we're going to tackle just not in the United States, not just in Mexico, but worldwide. The illegal cartels in 43 countries around the globe. We're attacking them since President Trump has called them a terrorist organization. That opens up a wide net of what we can do with these cartels. We're on it. We're not going to stop till we finish it.
That's a great point. So what does that give you?
Finish him.
The fact that now you are...
Excellent. Tom Homan wins. Deep mortality. Flawless victory.
Officially naming these drug cartels organizations, because I've heard in the past that the Mexican drug cartels, they run Mexico. So you can do a deal with Claudia Sheinbaum and the Mexican government, but are they also answering to the dangerous cartels?
Oh, absolutely. Look, I've done this for over 3 decades. Like, even our vetted units, the units that we personally vet in Mexico, the Mexican federal agents, we don't even tell them everything because we don't fully trust many people in Mexico. And look, the cartels have survived for decades in Mexico. I'm not saying every military officer, every law enforcement officer, every politician is corrupt, but many are. And many are forced into corruption because if they don't take the buy-off from the cartels, do what they want, they'll kill them and their families. We've seen thousands of journalists killed in Mexico. We've seen thousands of politicians and government officials who have been murdered by the cartels. President Trump's move to make them and taking them on, I think it's going to make Mexico a much safer country.
That's some scary-ish.
Game change. Can you imagine the country of Mexico with no criminal cartels running that country, running the operations and killing so many people down there? I think Mexico would be blessed to have President Trump take the cartels out of business once and for all.
Well, you're absolutely right. So you say that the border crossings are down more than...
Surprised Trump hasn't said anything about making Mexico the 51st state.
90%. So then illegals, reportedly, they're turning around and heading back. The officials are saying it's a new trend in Trump's border crackdown. They're not coming. Canadian police also caught more than a dozen illegal migrants trying to cross the border there, the north border, in below freezing temperatures, including 5 children, reportedly wearing quote-unquote inadequate clothing. This happening as President Trump's tariff threats are pushing Mexico and Canada to ramp up border enforcement. How significant has that been, Tom? What do you want to tell us about the assistance that now you're getting from Mexico and Canada with regard to their troops or however they're helping your efforts at the border?
Look, I think President Trump has proven with borders crossing down over 90%, Joe Biden could have done this. But, President Trump came in a matter of 2 weeks. 2 weeks have moved the border number.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. You better know. You better know.
Down to numbers. The other day, Maria, less than 300. Less than 300. I've done this since 1984. I don't remember the numbers ever being less than 300.
No, I agree with you.
It's already a great process on the border. Canada,
1984, that was a very blessed year there. A very blessed year.
With the Canadian officials, they're doing more to secure the border up there. Look, I grew up on the Canadian border. I know that border very well. Canada's now stepping up. Of course, they're putting military in their border now. So President Trump has done great things from Mexico and Canada by the pure power of the presidential office. President Trump's a game changer, and he's proven it every day.
Tom, I know that on average it was several thousand at the border every day, but I remember when there were all those people in Eagle Pass under the bridge, and we were talking about a peak of 11,000 people a day coming through the U.S. border. And now you're telling me it's 300 people? We were up to 11,000 a day.
11,000 down to 283. Because of President Trump's actions. President Trump has proven every day he's a great president, greatest president in my lifetime.
Wow. Great job for you. Great job. Thank you, Tom.
Homan's older than me.
Thank you, President Trump. Good to see you, sir. We'll be watching your work. Thank you, sir.
Wow. Very interesting. I tell you, man, this This whole term is just like, I mean, everything that's going on now. It's like an episode of Scandal, man. It's like some of the best TV that we've been watching. Nuts, just completely nuts stuff going on. Well, post your comments down below. Let me know what you all think. If you enjoyed my thoughts, hit the like button, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next video. 10 million subscribers.